Sophie Cunningham opens up on our podcast, and I love me some Sophie Cunningham's podcast because she always gonna give you something to talk about when she does a show on her podcast. So shout out to the show.
That's how Sophie Cunningham opened her latest podcast, and from that very moment, the internet erupted. She didn't hold back. Sophie named names, revealed hidden stories, and spoke truths that no one inside the WNBA had ever dared to say out loud. Now, it seems Sophie might be done. Done with the league, done with the politics, and maybe even done with the fever. But what she said about Caitlin Clark? That changes everything. So do you still trust Sophie, the insider who just dropped a Caitlin Clark bombshell on the WNBA? Let us know if you stand with her. Sophie Cunningham, the bold and unapologetic WNBA star known for her loyalty to Caitlin Clark and her passion for the game, has once again set the basketball world on fire.
She might be playing elsewhere, not with the Indiana Fever next season.
Are you mourning, like, leaving that apartment?
Honestly, kind of sad. It's like leaving a little era and like the house I had, but it was so cute and I made it really homey and cozy. Spent way too much money like furnishing it. Yeah, Wes, I would agree with you. But then a week and a half later, I got told I was being traded. And so
that part's tough. That part.
Yeah. I spent a lot of money.
I should say if you're a pro athlete, if you're a pro athlete, actually do not decorate your house until you have a fucking 3-year contract in front of you.
Latest podcast appearance. Sophie Cunningham didn't just go on a rant. She blew the lid off what's really happening inside the WNBA. She revealed how the league tried to silence her, how the commissioner allegedly banned her from training with renowned coach Chris Brickley, and how everything changed the moment she began speaking out in support of Caitlin Clark. They want us quiet. They want us controlled, Sophie said, but they can't stop me anymore. Her voice didn't shake with fear. It burned with anger. And in that moment, fans realized this wasn't just frustration. It was a warning. Then came the line that sent shockwaves across social media. I am leaving this league. I can't survive in a system that kills its own players' spirit. Those words hit like thunder. Sophie called the WNBA toxic, unfair, and corrupt from the inside out. She exposed how players who stand with Caitlin Clark are treated differently, ignored, sidelined, or outright silenced. They can't stand that America loves Caitlin Clark, she continued. They can't handle her popularity, and anyone who supports her becomes a target.
The next team I play for, I want a bigger contract, so then I can buy a house and be homey and cozy.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So she wants to be able to buy a house where she goes next year. I don't listen, man. Is Sophie Cunningham worth a max contract deal? Now, I know we love look, she the one that stood up for Caitlin Clark and was down to fight. So I'm not going to be mad at Sophie Cunningham getting paid. I want you to think about if you feel like she's worth a max contract.
Wow. That's crazy. That could be the Liberty. It could be New York City. It could also be the Lynx, and it could be Minneapolis. Like, you just don't know.
It could be anywhere.
The comment section exploded. Fans called the WNBA a sinking ship, praising Sophie as the only one brave enough to say what everyone else was already thinking. Now, rumors are spreading fast that Sophie Cunningham could be leaving the Indiana Fever before the 2026 season. According to insiders close to the organization, Sophie's recent actions have the WNBA Commissioner's Office in full panic mode. Emergency meetings, warnings, and quiet requests for her to stop talking. But Sophie isn't backing down. You can find me, ban me, or blacklist me, she told her podcast audience. But you can't take my voice away. Even more shocking, Sophie hinted that she's not alone. I'm not the only one, she said. You'll see soon.
And Fever are not going to keep Sophie Cunningham. It does sound like the Fever are not going to keep her. From her podcast, a lot of the time she'd been mentioning the Fever, and in the most recent podcast, she did not mention the Fever.
I think Sophie needs to be compensated handsomely. By the way, I think she needs to get paid a lot of money. But in terms of her getting like a max or something like that, I wouldn't be able to do that. If she's demanding a max, I'm okay with the Fever moving on. I got to keep it real with you. I think Lexi should get paid more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm be real. I think they should be around the same ballpark, but yeah, nah.
Behind the scenes, reports say players are growing frustrated with how Caitlin Clark has been treated, from the non-stop fouls to what many see as biased media coverage. Standing firmly by her side is Sophie Cunningham, who reportedly said, "You can't do anything to Caitlin Clark. You can't stop anyone who's trying to help her. period. Online, fans are calling it the Fever curse. Every time someone joins the Indiana Fever, controversy seems to follow, disputes with coaches, league pressure, unfair media attention, and now, rumors that Sophie Cunningham might be considering an exit. But according to Sophie, it's not bad luck, it's intentional. She allegedly claimed that they don't want Caitlin Clark to win, saying there's an effort to break her down mentally and emotionally, just as others have been. Those words shocked even Sophie's critics. To make matters worse, reports suggest the league may consider suspending Sophie again for damaging the league's image. But Sophie isn't backing down. As she put it, if telling the truth damages your image, maybe your image is the problem. That line alone has since gone viral.
Is the star power that the league has needed, but once they got it, they did not know how to handle it. They fought it. They have done nothing but fight this. This is the star power that you guys have been looking for until Kathy Engelbert is gone. I believe this is also their way of getting Kathy Engelbert out. They are not entertaining the negotiations. So if they're basically saying, hey, they want Kathy Engelbert to...
Rumors are swirling. Some say she might join a new sports media venture. Others believe she's planning a private training project or even considering taking her talents overseas, where she'd have more freedom and control over her career. And as for Caitlin Clark, Sophie's stance couldn't be clearer. I'll always stand by her. Always, she added. Caitlin deserves respect, not politics. Sophie didn't hold back, criticizing the WNBA for failing to protect one of its brightest stars, calling it the final straw. If you can't protect your stars, you don't deserve them, she said. Meanwhile, the league's silence has only made the backlash louder. Fans are outraged. The commissioner hasn't spoken. And Sophie Cunningham? She shattered the wall of fear. No matter what happens next, one thing's certain. Sophie isn't afraid anymore. And if she really does leave the Fever and the WNBA behind, it could become the spark that changes everything. For Caitlin Clark, and for women's basketball as a whole. What do you think? Should Sophie walk away for good, or can the league still be saved? Drop your thoughts below. This story is far from over.